All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is May 5th, 2023. It is Cinco de Mayo, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. It is Friday. Hope you guys had an awesome day yesterday. Ready to rock and roll and get back at it again today. So as always, we're going to start off with the market bias, look at the SPY and Qs, determine which way we think the market's going to head today. After that, we will review the favorites list on the right-hand side of the screen here. We got the long ideas in green, got some short ideas in red. After that, we will begin day trading. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything I'm doing, anything you're doing, make sure you type it up in the chat log, as well as make sure you guys are always practicing that proper money management. You're not going to get rich quick or earn while you learn. You got to do it the right way, and that's going to be with proper money management and trading your own trading plan. If you do not have a trading plan, you need help building one, or have some questions about where to get started, make sure you join the Discord. In the link below is a free trading group with some great information in there, great resources. We can help you build an entire trading plan from scratch. So if you don't already have a trading plan, join the Discord group and we will get you taken care of with the trading plan. So with that, let's get into the markets, guys. So quite the gap up today on the SPY, gapping up 0.83%. Q is a little less at 0.62%, but nonetheless, still pretty big gap up, almost a 1% gap here in the market. So gapping up completely over yesterday's red bar, and now we are gapping just right into this little bit of junk right here. Get rid of some of these lines for you guys, make it a little easier to see there. But yeah, gapping up over yesterday's red bar. Just a real choppy day yesterday. Sold off a little bit, bounced around that support. Now we are gapping up over that support. So kind of as expected. I didn't think after two big red days down or three red days down, you don't expect us to keep going. You got to get a little bit of rest, a little correction. So looks like we are getting that today. We do. I'm leaning towards the bullish side at the moment, but we do have some resistance up in this 410 to 412 area. It's quite a bit of junk, so not expecting just to rip through that without any struggle. So kind of leaning towards the bullish, choppy day today. Q, same sort of thing, gapping up over red bar from yesterday. Has some room to run, but this 320 area, there's some junk right here. So we'll see if we fight through that or not, but ultimately expecting just a choppy, bullish day. I mean, it is Friday, has been a pretty good week so far, so we're not going to be rushing into anything, not going to be forcing any trades. So make sure we're just staying patient, guys. It's like any other day of the week. Stay patient. Just because it's Friday doesn't mean we got to break our plan and do a bunch of other stuff. So just stay patient, wait for the trades to come to you. We have a really nice gap list today. I'll tell you what, I really do like this gap list today. We got first up, DraftKings gapping up 14%. So a little bit of a big gap, but I mean, this is just a textbook gap, guys. Gapping over multiple pivots in that early stage 2 uptrend. Maybe we have a little bit of resistance here in the $25 mark. Put a line right there so you guys can see it. But I really don't see that being too much of an issue. So watching the DKNG, a lot of room to run. So keep an eye on this one. Really nice gap to start the day. Next up, we have Dash. So DoorDash. This is honestly another great gap. It might even be better than DraftKings. This one's not extended, gapping up 4%, gapping up right where it needs to be, guys. This is like exact location. If it was gapping up to 67, you might be a little bit whatever. Gapping up right over 65, stellar. Room up to $70, so keep an eye on Dash. This actually is probably going to be my top watch of the day. I really like this thing. It's doing great volume in the pre-market, gapping on earnings, so keep an eye on the Dash. Next up, we have AMC. So gapping up after yesterday's small gap up. Still has this void to run up into. So yeah, I like AMC about just as much as I did yesterday. A little bit. I wish maybe yesterday had a bigger day, but for the most part, this thing looks pretty good. Maybe consider it a little bit extended because it hasn't rested, but I really do like AMC. Should have room up to that 675 area. So keep an eye on that one. Might get it going today. Next up, first short idea we have is Team, TAM. So this is a pretty solid short gap, actually. Gapping down under multiple pivots right at an area. There's not a whole lot of support right here, so should have room. Looking like it's getting a little whippy in the pre-market here. Uh, so should have room down to about 130, maybe 120 even. So keep an eye on this. It does do some pretty big days. Average days about $7 to $10. So keep an eye on the team lower. Next up, we have Lyft. All right, so Lyft Incorporated gapping down. I really would like this under this 850 area, but it's not a horrible idea under $9. Under 9, we can easily run it down to that 850 mark. Under 850, we got a little more room down to about $8. So you do have some different levels that you're gonna have to deal with if you are shorting Lyft. But for the most part, this is a pretty nice gap. Market's gapping down or gapping up. This thing's gapping down. So under that $9 area, keep an eye on the Lyft. Next up, we have BNTX, guys. So BNTX, not really gapping down, kind of a flat open, not doing a whole lot of volume in the pre-market. So I will need to see some volume come into this thing before I trade it. But I mean, look at this thing. It's been in a nice downtrend, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, making a lower low here. So maybe we get a little continuation after yesterday's move. Just watch this thing lower. There's really just no support holding it up. So if the market ends up being weak, could find a nice position on BNTX. But like I said, going to need some volume to come in here. You can see the pre-market's pretty thin. So next up, we have Apple. So AAPL, guys. This is another stellar gap. Actually, I don't know why I have AMC over Apple's. Apple's way better. So guys, Apple over 171. Watch it. Watch it. If the market's going higher, Apple will be going higher. So keep an eye on this stock, guys. You want to watch it like a hawk. This is probably going to be the market leader today. Gapping up on earnings. It's probably one of the main reasons the SPY and the Qs are gapping up because Apple's having a big gap. So just keep an eye on this one, guys. Relative strength. If the market's strong and Apple's stronger, we want to find a way in there. So going to be looking for a position on Apple pretty early, probably. So next up, we have Tesla. So Tesla's not the greatest gap, I'm not going to lie, but it is Tesla, and it is gapping up a little bit. If it gets over 165, 166, I like it. Could run up to maybe 170. If it gets over that area, it has the gap fill up to like 175. So we'll keep an eye on it. Another one, kind of, if the market ends up being real strong and this thing is showing some good strength, it could be a good play, but at the moment, it's going to need to do a little bit of work before I'm real interested in that. So next up, we have New in U. So guys, this one's gapping up just a little bit. So I'm going to need it to get over this 540 area. This pivot right here from May 1st. I'm going to need it to get over that. If it gets over 540, should have easy room up to that 550. After that, I mean, it could see $586. So it doesn't have a whole lot of range. You can see average trading range right here is about 22 cents. So not a lot of range to deal with, but it does have a pretty good range ratio. It does about 4% a day. So this thing could have some pretty big moves. So keep an eye on the NU. Next up, last up, I suppose. Last but not least, we have Mara. So guys, Mara gapping up just a little bit. Another one, not a clear gap, gapping into yesterday's bar. But if we get over that high, if we get over this area at 1064, I like it quite a bit. I mean, this thing is, you see on the daily chart, moving up, get over this area, we have a nice void to trade up to about $12. So keep an eye on the Mara. And that's going to do it, guys. That's it for the list. Market is open. Let's dig into some trading, yeah? Let's make some money today. Like I said, it's been a pretty good week. Been doing a good job finding trades, managing the trades. Man, AMC, what a dog yesterday that was, man. Should I get into it this early? Look at this thing. Hit my target. My target was 598. It hit my target, didn't fill me. Tagged me out by a penny. By a penny, and then went to target. I'm not going to get into it. I had to get it out early. I had to get that one out early. AMC, you can kick rocks, man. Maybe we'll get a trade on it today. We'll see. But had to let you guys know that AMC did me dirty yesterday. All right, guys. Let me get this thumbnail watch list filled out right here. Make sure I got the chat log so I can see what you guys are up to. Make sure you guys don't be shy, guys. Come on now. You can type in the chat log. No one's gonna judge you or bite you or anything. This isn't a phishing scam. You can type it in there, whatever you need to type. Even this little GM. Good morning. Good morning. Don't be shy. Wait, how many we got? It says there's 7 of you online, man. It says we got 7 online, so I know somebody's thinking something. You guys aren't just sitting there. All right, let's get to the list. Get to the list though. Jeez. So DraftKings, man, DraftKings pulling in real big. Dash doing the same thing. Wow. So my 2 favorite gaps are pulling in, guys. Apple's going to be where I want to be today. I think Apple. I mean, this gap is just stellar, leading the market up. Hey, there you go, Casey. I appreciate you, my man. Good morning to you too. You know what? Great morning to you. Yeah, you have a great morning, Casey. It's Friday. Like I said, we've had a good week. Let's keep the ball rolling. Guys, this lift, it's getting down to that 850 area, so I like it better under that 860 spot. So keep an eye on this one if it keeps moving a little lower. BNTX chopping around here. Apple's still my top watch. AMC's pulling in. Tesla is moving up a little bit. Guys, Tesla, like I said earlier, it's going to need to get over this like 166 area. I don't want to trade up. I won't trade it under 166. There's no reason to do that. So Tesla, if it gets up there, watch it. Guys, this NU is looking interesting actually. NU, right over. If you watch it over high today, it's right at that area of resistance from May 1st. If we do get a pop, we should get it to at least 550. Looks like it'd be about a 10-cent stop. So it's got the range in there to get the target. So watch the NU. Watch it. As well, Mayor is pulling in a little bit. So really just keep my eyes on Apple, Lyft, and NU. Apple, Lyft, and NU. Man, Lyft is really selling off big time. So we're going to need to get a little bit of rest here. This is a wide range bar for the Lyft. So if we get a little bit of a rest, maybe a 3-bar play is too much right now. Got that switched up. There we go. So just stay patient. Man, I was watching Apple on a 5-minute, not a 1-minute. Honestly, I might have been in this if I was watching the 1-minute. I might have been in that Apple. That was actually not a bad play at all. Considering the strength, man, I had my charts off. I had my charts all off, and well, it is what it is. Still watching Apple. Still watching the Apple. Plenty of range left, guys. It's done half its range, so we don't want to see it go too much higher here, but still watching that Apple. Markets are moving on up. Markets are moving up. What's this? Yeah, I keep sending these alerts and I forget about them, and they just. What is Wayfair doing? All right, Nito. There we go. I guess it doesn't look that great. Throw it on the backup list. Why not? I guess just that. All right, guys. So on this NU, pulling in a little bit here. Obviously, this buy setup's not a bad spot, but we'll wait on that. Tesla's moving. Tesla's doing a good job so far, so keep an eye on that Tesla. AMC's pretty weak. BNTX is just a slop fest, so I'm not gonna watch that one. BNTX is like junk, absolute junk. So guys, watch that NU still. And Dash, holy shnikes. Guys, look at Dash. Guys, I'm watching Dash over high of the day. Look at this thing. Just nasty red bar, completely engulfed. So buyers stepped up big time on Dash. Buyers stepped up big time here. So watch this for a move over high of the day. You probably get in with a $1.27 on the stop. So it is definitely going to have a range concern. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, this thing does some pretty decent sized days here. So we'll keep an eye on the Dash. I don't love it right now, but watch it. as NU as well. NU's getting interesting. SPY and Q's both looking like they're ready to pop over high of the day. Guys, I'm thinking NU is like a 10-cent stop loss right now. What's the volume like here? Oh, it's got a good spread, good volume. Oh, great volume. Guys, watch this NU. 540 by 530. 540 by 530. You could maybe tighten it up and go like 534, but I'm going to give it the low of the day. Damn it, I'm actually kind of annoyed I didn't get this Apple, guys. I should have been watching this. I was watching on the 5 minute. I wasn't watching on the 1 minute. This thing is up $1.50. It's already up 2R. Apple's already up 2R. So, son of a gun, man. This was a. Oh, I missed this. This was a miss. This was a miss. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Look at that. Right there. Should have been in it. Right over high of the day. Look at this. It looks great. Oh, it looks great. All right. Anyways, back to what matters, guys. Dash just rolled over again, so it looks like sellers are taking back control of that one. This lift is basing up right where we need it to be, so we get a little bit of rest here on the lift. What's the range? Not a ton of range left, but it does do some bigger days, so we could get maybe a 30-cent stop loss on that and be all right. 30 cent, yeah. So watch that. Watch the lift lower. Guys, this new is looking pretty. Actually, I'm gonna get my order on new. New 540 by 530. 540 by 530. New NU. Good volume breaking out. Markets are looking a little bit higher. I don't see anything on this that I don't like, honestly. It'd be great if this 5 minute chart completed. If I could get another like minute and a half out of this and get the 5 minute 3-bar play, that'd be awesome. But I'm not going to sit around and wait for that. So order is in there on new NU 540 by 530. The team is a little bit tough. It's already exceeded its range. Yeah, probably a backup idea there. Still watching the lift. Still do like lift lower underneath that pivot at 850, 860. Does have a little bit of range here, so keep an eye on it. God damn it, I'm so irked with Apple, guys. I should have been in that. 170, 150, give it a dollar stop. I should have been in it. It's up over $2 already. God dang, that is annoying. That was my fault. Nobody to blame but me, man. I didn't have my charts set up correctly. Did not have my charts correctly, and cost me an R there. All right, no need to look at it now, as I do not want lift to go any lower right here. Honestly, if it came up and tested 880, that'd make me feel a lot better than breaking the low here, because this is just too extended right now for me. Just too much. Need to retest a little bit more. We're gonna PRTA. Let's check it out real fast. Long. Ooh, this thing is extended. This is the third big day up. So you're getting in 71. Stop loss is 68, 74. Yeah, this is an extended one, Casey. I'm not gonna lie. I guess you're already out of it. Stop entry 71. So you got in up here. Target 73. So I mean, you're riding the momentum wave. That's for sure. That is just a little bit aggressive for me. I bet you're getting a little breakout. Stop loss right up in here. So yeah, a little bit aggressive just because this daily chart's like up huge. So I guess not a bad stock. So you already got your target. So well done getting the target quickly. Guys, that lift just peekaboo below and bouncing back up, big volume there. So yeah, still watching this lower. Still has a little bit of range left, but like I said, they need to give us a better pattern. Still got the order in on NU, chop around a little bit more. So just put in a big bottoming tail on volume. So that's what we want to see actually. It's making higher lows each time. So I want to see it trigger within this next couple minutes here. That would be fantastic. Apple's pulling in a little bit finally. So, guys, I'll still look for an entry on Apple. If it gives us some sort of great buy setup or something, I'll still look for an entry here. So don't cross Apple off your list just yet. SPY's running on up after that breakout. This is a clean breakout on the SPY actually. 40-cent stop loss, up 40 cents. And then again, it's a $400 stock, so 40-cent stop loss is going to cost you quite a bit. Let's see it actually. I got time. So 409.60. Then by 409.20. This is why it's hard to trade the SPY, guys. I'm about to show you. Let's say you have a $25,000 account. So that 25,000, 1% risk would be 250. That is going to cost you a whopping $256,000 to buy this position. It's just not going to happen. You don't even have enough margin. Margin only gives you up to 100. You only get 4 to 1 on margin, so margin's only going to give you 100,000 of this. So that's why it's very, very difficult to trade the SPY, because it just is a very tight, narrow range trading instrument. Guys, DraftKings, oh my goodness, look at this thing. All the way back up as well, completely engulfed. I don't know if I want to take it up here, just because it is a big range concern. If it gives us a stellar pattern, I'll consider it, but I'm not doing much with it at the moment. Dash back down. Apple's hanging out. Honestly, I will consider Apple as a breakout too. I mean, it's going to have to really. This 1 minute breakout's not going to cut it. I'm going to need the 5 minute to give me a breakout, but I will watch that though, because I mean, like I said, this is leading the whole market up. This is the strongest stock in the market. It makes up like 10% of the market too. So watch that, guys. Lyft is kind of doing what we want it to do actually. Now, if Lyft comes all the way back down and retests this low, now it gives us a safe spot to put a stop loss at. It makes me feel comfortable that sellers are really in control, because buyers, they're trying to get up here. So if the sellers take this all the way back down, it's going to give you that little bit of extra confirmation there. So, guys, still got my order in on the NU. Still got my order in. Volume looks like it's getting a little bit thin, but it's still doing a decent job. Looking like a wedge pattern now, so I'm not going to lower my entry. I'm going to wait for that high of the day, but not looking too bad on the NU. Team's looking a little bit lower here. Guys, you can watch this team actually. This thing does have room to drop. We're switching off the 1 minute, so no more 1 minute. We're 15 minutes into the day, so make that switch. I need like a 370 on the stop loss is what's getting me, guys. You need a wide stop out of that. 370, you're gonna need all the way down to 127. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hold off on the team just because it is such a wide stop, and it already had such a big day today. So volume is looking good, but and if it gives us a better stop loss, a little bit of a tighter stop loss, maybe that's even $2 maybe. What is the spread here? A little bit of a spread too, so hold off on the team for now, guys. Would have just peekaboo in right there. So Lyft, like I said earlier, I do want to watch this. Under low of the day, I like it. Apple over high of the day, I like it. Apple, give it Dollar stop right now, maybe $1.20. Doesn't have it only has 20 cents before it's at its average trading range. But on a day like this, you got to expect it to exceed that range. It'll do a $4 day pretty easily. So, yeah, stay patient with the Apple. Stay patient there. I do like it a lot. Oh, man. I do like Apple. I don't eat apples very often, though, honestly. If I'm eating fruit, I prefer blueberries. Oof, I love me some blueberries, guys. Oranges are good too. Strawberries, the usual. But all right, guys. This apple. Man, getting it over high today right here with just this little bar, 2 bars of rest is a little bit aggressive. I'm not even gonna lie. It's tempting, but it is very aggressive. SPY is moving up a little bit still. SPY and Q's both, look at this 15-minute chart. If it gets over this area, we should have more room to run. So I don't think we're done with the bullish move yet on the SPY or the Q's really. See where that resistance was at? We broke through it, so now might be a little bit of what was support, now resistance. So stay patient. Still got the order in on NU. I still do like this position. If it goes any lower, basically if it breaks VWAP at this point, I'll probably cancel it. But until that happens, I'm gonna leave it in there. Until we break VWAP, I'm gonna leave the NU active. Guys, Apple. 173.75. Don't really know if I want to give it $1.50. It's a little bit wide, but honestly, might be the safest thing to do. Maybe get a chance to add and reduce there. Just keep an eye on Apple. Just watch it. Just watch the Apple. Man, look at that gap though. This was just I'm honestly I don't know what I was doing. I should have not even. This should have been the only thing on my list. Like not only thing on my list, but it should have been the only thing I was watching this morning. Right off the open, this should have been the only thing I had my eyes on. When you get a fat man stock like this, one of the fat mans, the Apple, Microsoft, one of these guys, gapping up like this on earnings, on volume, like you gotta find a way in. And I didn't do that this morning. I was fiddling around with some other stuff and I missed it. So we're still watching it. It's not done. It's not over, but it's gonna be a little bit tough to take a little bit of a not as high odds of a trade, I suppose. So watching this lift as well, guys. I do like the lift short. It would be a 29-cent stop loss. You're gonna need what is that? About 820 out of this. So right at this next area of support, 821, 820. So keep an eye on the lift lower. It's gonna be a little bit of a tight trade. You're gonna have to squeeze that target out of there. So that would be right at that resistance or support area. So it would be a tight trade, but you can get it. Watch the lift lower. That team is just chopping around right here. If it chops around for another little bit, you might be able to consider this. Give like 250 on the stop loss. What do we do? Oh, new. As we're in the new. In you. We are in there like swimwear. So no slippage. Because I am going to go ahead and raise my stop up to 533 right off the bat. 533 right off the bat. That was a 0.7 R risk, so got some protection in there pretty quickly. Man, Look at that volume spike, man. It hit 540 and everybody got in. So hopefully we get a pop up here. What's the level 2 looking like? Man, look at the shares at 540, guys. This is level. Whenever you see see people talking about level 2, this is what they're talking about. See all the sellers right here, 540, 177,000 sellers. If these buyers eat through that, I mean, they're trying. If these buyers can eat through all those people selling, this stock will pop. So, I mean, looks like the buyer or sellers are winning at the moment, but if we get through them up there at 540, this thing will pop, like I said. So, I mean, the buyers are stepping up right now. This is a classic level 2 trading up here. Look at that. Look at that. This is how people use level 2. Usually it doesn't look so clean like this on TradingView, but today it does. All right. Otherwise, so in the NU, still watching Apple. Guys, the buy setup is getting real interesting now, actually. So buy setup on Apple, like 173. You can honestly give it low of the day, probably. Maybe a little bit tighter. You guys, watch Apple buy setup. Watch it needs another about 3 minutes before it triggers, but watch it. That looks pretty good, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting my order ready for this Apple buy setup here in just a moment. I am gonna give it a pretty wide stop loss, at least right on like 171 area. So where's this at? 171. 171.20-ish. Yeah. All right. That's what we're looking at on Apple. 173 by 171.20. What's happening? Oh, oh, took off the number lock. My bad. 173. Oh, it's popping up a little bit right here. I am giving it a wide stop. I'll just give it a little over $1. 173.06 by 171.56. Get $1.50 on the stop. You don't need a whole lot over high of the day. I do want to give this a little bit of room though. All right, guys. Apple 173.06 by 171.86. About $1.20 on the stop loss. You could go a little bit tighter if you wanted. I'm going to give it just under that whole number. So give this a little bit of room here. All right. So order is in there on Apple. Apple buy setup. Go. Apple buy setup is in there. Did a little bit of a light retracement. That's another reason I am giving it some room here. It didn't quite go all the way to that 50% retracement mark, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of room, just in case he wants to shake around a little bit. All right. So order is in on Apple. We are still in the NU trade. NU still chopping around. Level 2 still trying to work through those sellers up at 540. Trying to get there. If you guys want to do me a favor and go ahead and buy some of this NU, work through a few of these sellers for me, that would be appreciated. No, what just happened? Oh, Apple. I thought something happened on this. Like, wait. So Apple. So we are in there on the AAPL. This was $1.20 on the stop loss. So I might go ahead and raise it. I'm gonna go ahead and raise it just under the whole number, 10 cents. So we're not taking a full loss, about 0.9 R risk right now on the Apple. So, all right, guys, still watching Lyft short as well. This thing's looking decent, I suppose. Actually, it looked better on my thumbnail watch list, but yeah, we can watch it under low of the day. I mean, look at that team. What a dog. This is why I was afraid of that. This is why I did not want to rush into that team, man. Didn't trust it. Dash still pretty weak. And DraftKings is just a beast today. Nothing to do with it though. Real sloppy. Even the 1 minute, like, I'm not buying that. AMC is struggling. Guys, Tesla's actually. Guys, watch Tesla. I need to. What am I doing? I need to watch Tesla. Tesla's looking higher at the moment, and it's above the resistance we need it to be. So watch Tesla. Watch Tesla. Mara is chopping around, so yeah, keep an eye on that Tesla. I suppose you can kind of watch Lyft. Not really my favorite idea. We are still in the NU, and we are in the Apple. So Apple off to a decent little start. Not the greatest, about a quarter of an R up. So once it gets over high today, I'll feel a lot better about this, and I'll probably raise my stop up to this low at 172.20. So it'd be about 347R risk right there. So as soon as Apple gives me a little bit more over this 173.80 area, raise my stop up. Don't see much else right now. So, you guys got any trades or ideas? Make sure you throw them up in the chat log. Is always appreciated. Let's check out my swing trades, see how these are doing. So Ollie is looking good, looking good. Dollar Tree, there we go, baby. I was getting a little worried about the Dollar Tree, but nice big green bar today. PTCT is. I haven't gotten in this one just yet, so my order is right up there at 56.24, so it hasn't triggered there just yet. And Microsoft as well, so if Microsoft breaks out over this high, I will be in that one also. So as of right now, just in the Ollie and the Dollar Tree. Both of them looking pretty decent. Man, this monster. Man, I got out at like 55.78. It's up to $60. Damn. That hurts a little bit, but you know what? I followed my plan. I did what I was supposed to do, so that's all I can do. Oh, come on, Apple. We need a little more than you. Guys, look at SPY and Q's both breaking out right here. SPY's looking like it's ready to break out. Q's are breaking out. So market is definitely moving up higher. Definitely moving up. Time for this Apple to get it going. I feel good about Apple, dude. I really do. Like I said, this is a nice stock, nice gap. Would have loved to be in that first trade, but I don't hate this buy setup. Not the world's best buy setup. It is a little bit of a shallow retracement, but I talked about that before I got into it, and that's why I had a little bit of a wider stop on it as well. So we knew about that before we got in. It's not like that was a surprise. Guys, Tesla's still looking good. Over 167. I'll give it like a $2 stop. This thing has a lot of range left. So yeah, we can get a wide stop on Tesla. Run it up to at least 169. So got a lot of room there on Tesla, guys. Watch it. NU still looking good. Still, it's trying, dude. It's really trying. Man, the sellers just keep stepping up though, but buyers are there as well. So I don't know. We're getting that tug of war right now. Absolute tug of war on this NU. Like I said, I really do not want to see it break VWAP. Really do not want to see it get down to VWAP. I'm tempted to raise my stop of one more penny to like 534. Be a 0.6 R risk at that point. 0.6. What do I got on Apple again? It's like 0.9, right? Yeah, 0.92. So I might just raise this new stop just to get my risk down to about 1.5 R. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do it. Just because, I mean, I like this bottoming tail a lot. I think this bottoming tail at 535 should help me out. If things do get ugly, at least I got that protection. All right. So, not a whole lot to do here. Still watching the Tesla. Still watching Tesla. DraftKings is going to be tough. Dash is pretty much junk. The team is pretty much junk. You can watch the Lyft short as well. Keep an eye on that one. BNTX. Oh, never mind. Guys, look how thin BNTX is. 16-cent spread. It's only done 75,000 shares. We're a half hour in. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. You're asking to get slippage like none other. Guys, we can still watch Mara as well. If Mara gets up to this 1064 area, I still like it. Still has great range. It's doing really good volume. Like, guys, watch the Mara. Watch the Mara up at that 1064 area. Watch that thing. All right. Got an eye on Mara. Still in the Apple. This thing's kind of chopping around up here. It's not looking too bad, actually. We're hanging on still. NU is looking, I mean, it's struggling. Sellers are winning the battle at the moment. Sellers are winning this battle. We'll see. Damn, look, the buyers they're drying up a little bit. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. And this thing gets over 540. I think we got a pretty good chance of popping right to target. So we'll see, but we need to break that area first. If we don't break that area, then we'll never know. All right. I feel like it's been a long day. It's only 34 minutes in. Come on, Apple. We really don't need a whole lot out of Apple, guys. We need like one nice green bar and we're basically to target. We do not need a whole lot out of this thing. Still got my eyes on Tesla as well, though. I do like Tesla over high of the day. I would like to get a little bit of a better pattern. I don't want to get in just over that one topping tail. So if it comes up and closes close to the 167 area, I will like that a lot more. But still got it on the radar. Check some of my backup ideas. So, as expected, big bounces. Man, I might have to start playing these not this ending gaps. Gap down big like this, just buy them off the open. I think it works most of the time. I'm gonna do a little research on that. Guys, got some backups here as well. McRib, doing decent volume, nothing special. You can watch it over this 580 area, right at that resistance here. So it would be about 20-cent stop loss. It's already at its range, but this isn't a terrible idea. Guys, watch this MCRB. Ion Q is struggling. Gonna need to put in a real great pattern. Wayfair, look at that thing, just beast mode. Nothing to do with it, but looking pretty solid. Lifts moving higher, so probably not going to short. Probably not going to short anything today, guys. I mean, how strong the markets are, I'm already pretty hesitant about going short. So, market that's strong, it's gonna be tough to talk me into a short trade. As this McRib doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. Like I said, 580, 559. You're gonna need right over $6. That's annoying. Probably tighten it up a little bit. Give it 19-cent stop, so you're just under that area. So we'll watch it. We'll watch the McRib, whatever you want to call it. Then again, I'm taking a look at the relative strength right now. Markets have been pretty much straight up. We've had one green bar or red bar in the markets. We've just been ripping higher, and this thing is just kind of chopping around. So if we pull, and it's a Q stock too, so even more so on the Qs. Qs have been straight up. So if we get any sort of pullback or rest on the Nasdaq, I would probably expect this thing to do the same, if not more. So uh, I'll watch it, but the only way I'm taking this is if the market pulls back and this doesn't. So it needs to show me that relative strength right now. Because right now it's just not doing that. It's not showing me any sort of relative strength at the moment. Same with Apple. Apple lost its strength pretty quickly now, guys. So ran up, ripped higher. Markets have continued to rip higher, and this thing's really chopping around. I mean, this was a pretty stout move to start the day. I'll give it that. It was a big move. So needs a little bit of rest, but in the 15-minute three-bar play is not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. I am considering raising my stop up here just a little bit more. So it would be like an 85-cent stop loss instead of $1.20. Where are we at there? Right about that 7.7 R risk. I mean, markets are really getting popular though, so it's a bit, the relative weakness is becoming more of a concern on Apple. More and more of a concern here. I really just need something over high of the day at this point. Just give me over that high of the day and I will be happy. The NU still chopping around right now. Dude, it's trying. Man, I'm telling you, as soon as this thing gets over 540, we are in there. Look at it. We're getting there, dude. We were at 200,000 sellers just a little bit ago. Now we're at 80,000. We eat through these sellers, this will pop. I'm telling you guys. This is how breakouts work. This is why breakouts work. Once there's nobody left to sell, who's gonna sell? It's just buyers just buying it up. So it's getting closer and closer on that NU, man. Closer and closer to breaking out. All we need is that pop. All we need is these sellers to get going. And Tesla's really just chopping around up here, isn't it? So I'm gonna need this thing to close close to 167 before I'm taking that. I don't like how these topping tails just keep popping up. You know what that tells me? It tells me that people like to sell Tesla at 167. That's what these topping tails are telling me. That does not bear well for a long position. DraftKings a little extended here. Dash. I'm disappointed in Dash, guys. I really am. This was a nice gap. This was a real nice gap, and it just shit the bed. Really, there's no other way to put it. This thing absolutely Woke up, took a dump in the bed, and just laying in it. Ugly. Team is playing games. Lyft probably found a bottom, guys. Like I said, it's gonna be tough to go short in that thing. BNTX is, like I said, it's very thin, so careful. AMC rolled over. Tesla's still on the table, guys. Don't scratch Tesla out just yet. I'm still watching that. Same with Mara. McRib pulling in a little bit. God, this NU is looking so much. It just looks so much better. Like the 5 minute breakout is looking great. Like it is like this is a ruler breakout. Putting an absolute line at 540. Look where it's at on the hourly chart, right at this previous resistance area, into a void up to 550. Like this is what you want to see on a breakout, man. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited, man. This is looking good. Like I said, all we gotta do is break that 540 area, and we should pop pretty hard. Getting a little bit worried about Apple here, man. Markets are getting real extended. Look at the Qs. We're up quite a bit, man. Right into some a little bit of junk over here at this 321 area. So a pullback would not be a surprise at this point. And if it does pull back, it doesn't bode very well for the Apple. But like I said, we do have a pretty nice stop in here. Pretty wide stop loss. So in fact, I might just be raising this up just a little bit here. But I'm not doing anything just yet. Not just yet, but watch it. Guys, Tesla 167.10. Stop loss would be probably about $1.50. Give it a little bit of room. We need $1.50 higher, so plenty of range there. So I'm gonna get an order ready for Tesla. 167.10 by $1.50. All right. I'll go with that. Fuck that. There we go. 168.60. Easy target. Give this thing a little bit of room there. Yes. Order's ready on Tesla. Not in there just yet. I got an order ready for it though. The 15 minutes looking good. The hourly is looking pretty nice. 5 minutes looking good. Got another 30 seconds left before this bar completes. So we got a stop loss right up here. Tighten it real quick to that. All right. Guys, order is in there on Tesla. Got another 15 seconds before this bar completes, so I'm going to go ahead and put that order in there. There we go. Order is in there on Tesla 167.10 by 165.60. Target 168.60. Oh, man. Look at the 15, man. That looks solid. I like it a lot. 5 minutes looking good here. Green bars up. Like I said, I really would like it to close near this 167, but if it triggers on this bar, not a big concern there. Still in the Apple. Man, Apple's trying to go higher. It really is. Like I said, all we need is one nice sized green bar out of this thing, and we're good to go. NU, man, it's right there. Man, it's NU. Like it's time to shit or get off the pot, though. It's getting to the point where we need to either break out or like not do anything. Like, come on, come on. We've been in this for I don't know, 20, 30 minutes almost at this point, so it's time to get it going. Sellers are drying up. We need the buyers to step up and break it out. It's getting real tight up here. We got a 1 cent range on these last 15 minutes, so it's time to go. Look at this. Look how tight this range is, guys. Since we've gotten in, it has had a 2 cent range. Impressively tight. Man, Hughes and Spot continue to grind up. This is like I said, this is getting a little bit concerning with how much the SPY is moving up. Or Qs, I mean, because we could very easily get a pullback in the Nasdaq, and that, like I said, that will most likely pull Apple back a little bit as well. So as long as we don't break that VWAP, should be all right. I'm gonna go ahead actually and raise my stop up here. 172.21. I've now an 85-cent stop loss out of $1.20. So I think that's like about a 0.7 R risk on the Apple. So 0.7 R risk on Apple. In U, we have a 0.6 R risk there. So, man, I'm getting ready to raise it up a little bit more, honestly, on the NU. Come on, dog. I'm saying, what are you doing? Where's the sellers are drying up, man. They're drying up. We got more buyers here. So, should be breaking out any second. There it is. There's a break. Oof. Come on, we need more than that. Because I'm going to raise my stop up to 35. Half our risk on NU. Half our risk on NU. All right, Apple is looking pretty solid still. Still liking the Apple. Tesla. Still got that order in on Tesla, everybody. So, man, it's struggling over 167. Another one where I think if we get over 167, we should get a nice pop. This is when level 2 is annoying. It's all like all over the place, choppy, whippy. Level 2 is nice whenever it looks like NU. You guys, where you can see the sellers and you can see the buyers. And I really thought we'd get more of a pop out of this thing. Come on now. Oh man, we do have 2 open trades. One more order with the Tesla. I don't see much else I like. DraftKings is not going to be tradable for me. It's already doubled its average range at resistance. Dash dropped like a rock, so no trades there. Team is chopping around, range concern, no trades there. Lyft is, I feel like Lyft's at a bottom end, so not going to be trading that. BNTX is extremely thin. If you like BNTX and you know what, guys, I take it back. Don't trade this. You got a 10-cent spread. Your stop loss is going to be, this is a fit. I guess it's doable, but it is very thin. Be mindful of that, guys. Be mindful of how thin that BNTX is. AMC, ugly, chopping around. Tesla still has not triggered yet, but it's looking pretty good. Put in some higher lows. Oh, there we go. There's the pop on in. This is what I was talking about, guys. This is what I was thinking whenever I said we're going to go pop on NU. Big, wide range green bar like this. This is what I'm talking about. That is it. I probably could have added and reduced, honestly. I probably could have and should have added and reduced, but it is what it is. We're in there. I am going to raise my stop to 536. So just one more penny up. Now it is a 0.4R risk on NU. 0.4R risk. Mara, guys, Mara still doesn't look too bad. If it gets a nice move up to this 1064 area, it does have range. It is doing good volume, so we can still watch it. And then McRib is looking pretty ugly. So that is the list. We are in the NU. Had a nice pop. Let's see if we can get a little more out of this thing. Apple is pulling it a little bit here, so a little bit concerning with the Apple. See, it's breaking this little support right here, so we don't want to see it go too much lower than 173. Really not like it under 173, but yeah, as long as we're holding VWAP, it should be all right. All right, guys. So still got the ordering on Tesla. Still hanging out. Honestly, the more it rests, though, the more these moving averages get to catch up, the better it looks. So, not looking too bad on the Tesla. Oh, man. Like I said, man, it's feeling like it's been a long day. Feels like it should be 11 o'clock already. Maybe that's just the Friday kicking in. That Friday feeling. You guys got any big plans for the weekend? Big plans for Cinco de Mayo? Cinco de Mayo today, guys. Everybody celebrate your Hispanic neighbors. Hispanic roots, heritage, whatever it is. They don't even celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Mexico, do they? Cinco de Mayo is like an American holiday, which is kind of interesting. But Americans love Mexican food, I suppose. Is there any? What's a Mexican restaurant? Yum, isn't that Taco Bell? I think. No, I'm not doing nothing. I don't know. Oh man. Oh come on, Apple. Apple's pulling in a little bit here, putting in a bit of a red bar. Like I said, I don't want to see it go below VWAP. 172.50 is really the line in the sand. If we get under that, you might have to chalk it up. Like I said, we have, what was it? What was the risk on here? A plus 0.71R risk. So not risking too much on the Apple. It's right in that area where we need it to be. All right. Still got that ordering on Tesla, still chopping around. Yeah, ain't got much else, guys. You guys want to play some games? I got a couple coins I can give out. It's Friday Cheers. Forgot about that, actually. I haven't been doing Friday Cheers in a while, man. It's just, I don't know. I will be giving out some coins, though, if you guys want. Let's get 3 people. How many we got in live? So we got 4 online, 5 online, 4 online, looks like. Let's get 3 of you to type a 1 in the chat log, and I'll give out some of these coins I got. See if we can get 3 people. You know what? I'll be one of them. Give me a 1 in the chat log, and we'll play some sort of game, and I'll give you guys some coins. Get a little bit of extra something. Looks like I got 400 coins right now. It looks like nobody cares about making money today. Nobody wants to make any money. Oh man. Maybe you guys are just busy. I don't know. This is why I need a list of names, man. I need TradingView to do that sooner than later, man. I need a list of names. I need to be able to see who's in here. Ooh, guys, look at the bottoming tail on Apple. That's what we want to see. Now we do not want to break that. See that? Put it in the bottom. This engulfing bar is that bottoming tail on the 5-minute. Look at the little volume increase. So now we really do not want to break this area. If we get under 172.50, it's over. It's over. What we got here? All right. I mean, NU still chopping around a little bit as well. It's done a good job so far. I might just honestly raise my stop up 1 more penny. Okay, I'm gonna go 5.37. We got protection at 540, 530. We got like multiple areas where if this thing does end up pulling back, we should bounce before it tags us. This is what I was worried about with the Apple in the markets. Qs are finally putting in a few red bars, maybe finding the top, and Apple is pulling in a little bit. So hopefully we just get this time consolidation and it doesn't pull back too much. Tesla's still looking all right. Still looking decent on Tesla. Right, all right. Guys, look at it. Tesla, man, I really need Tesla. I would like it to trigger soon, though. I do not want to be hanging out in this thing with an order all day. So, I want Tesla to either get it going or roll over. Apple just needs to get it going. What's the old fat man list doing? Anything special? You know about Apple and Tesla. Nvidia's beast mode today. I could have got this Nvidia actually. It's a little bit aggressive, but it's not too bad. Need a couple aggressive breakouts. They really needed one more bar of rest, but it wasn't a terrible idea there. Amazon's real choppy. Facebook is pretty weak, actually. Microsoft is getting up there. Man, Microsoft gets over that 309 area. This thing could break out. Look at this nice consolidation it's putting in. Big move up. Nice time consolidation, time correction. I guess, what is that? Oh, we are in the Tesla. Okay. So we are in Tesla. Did we get... Looks like we did not get much slippage. So that's good. Good stuff there. Not a whole lot of slippage on Tesla. This was, what was it? $1.50 on the stop. $1.50 on the stop. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise it up to this 165.80. I got $1.30 on the stop. So about 0.86 R risk. That is a little bit of a tight stop here. I do want to see a little bit more momentum, a little more follow through on the Tesla, but our target is pretty manageable. Only $1.50 away. This thing has plenty of range to get there. So now we are in 3 trades. We got the Apple, which actually Apple's looking a lot better now, putting some bottoming tails in a green bar. We are in the Tesla. Not the world's greatest trigger, but nothing to be concerned about just yet. And then we are also in the NU, which we need just a little more out of. Actually, it's popped about a half R. Another half R out of this thing. So that is what we got today, guys. So for risk wise, we got like 0.3 on this. We got 0.7 on the Apple, and we got 0.85 or something on the Tesla. So we got about 1.85 R risk open. So we got a little bit of risk on the table. It'd be real nice if we could get a little more follow through out of some of these. Man, Apple, I feel like Apple's going to be I feel like it's going to get the target. The way it's looking at the moment right now, it looks pretty good. Probably going to be raising my stop up on this 85 cents. Probably like 60 cents, just under that half number. Well, we started off with $1.20 on the stop, correct? Yeah. Started off with $1.20 on that stop. And yeah, 60 cents would be right at half R. So looking to raise the stop on Apple here soon. Tesla's doing a good job. Looking good. So if Tesla gets up to this 168 area, that's probably the next spot where I will raise my stop. Give it, we got $1.50, so I go right about a half R on this one as well. right at 75 cents. So gonna be raising some stops here soon. We get a little more follow through, just a little bit. And you kind of pulling in with a little buy setup. Apple. See, I'm not going to be taking any more trades at the moment. I don't really see a whole lot. I would like to reduce my exposure just a little bit, raise my stop up a little more on a few of these stocks before I'm comfortable taking another trade. The only thing I really am watching, is this Mara. This is the only thing I like, and it has some work to do as well. So, not in there just yet. All right, guys. So that might be it for me. We're an hour and a half into the day. You guys seem pretty quiet. It looks like everybody's just kind of resting on Friday. Taking a little resting day. Not trying to ask questions, not trying to trade. You're just trying to kind of hanging out. Casey snagged that PRTA this morning early. He said, "I'm done. I got my 2R. I'm going back to bed, heading home." Guys, Apple's looking pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Apple's looking good, Tesla's looking pretty good, NU is doing all right. We got 3R open on the table. We got 3R open, about 1.8R risk, so in a pretty decent spot. Like I said, I'd like to raise these stops up just a little bit more, just reduce the risk just that much more, but we got 3R open on the table for the target, so not looking bad. Could be a pretty solid day, solid into the week. I think we are up. How's your guys' week going? I have taken 6 trades. I'm up 3R, 3.2R. So not a bad week at all. 6 trades plus 3R. We got another chance for another 3R today. If we all of these end up hitting target, I think we'll get at least one of these to hit target. I think we get at least one, either Tesla or Apple. I think one of these definitely gets a target. So it should be at least almost a break-even day. If we get one of these to target and we keep reducing the risk on the other two, it should be at worst a break-even day. But come on, Apple. It's right up near high of the day, man. And I am gonna raise the Apple stop 172.46. 172.46. We got a half R risk on Apple. Half R risk on Apple. Tesla. I really don't want to raise this stop too much. I suppose I'm going to go right under this whole number, 165.95. Right under VWAP, under these pivots at 166. All right. So now, instead of $1.50 on the stop, we have $1.15. $1.15 instead of $1.50. So that's a 77 or 0.77R risk right there. 0.77R on Tesla. NU is a 0.3R risk, so about 1.1, and then Apple is a half R. So we're at about 1.6R open risk right now. About 1.6R open risk. I said I would like, just need one of these to get to target, like I said. One of these to get to target, and I'll be a very happy camper. So, like I said, though, I'm probably not taking any more trades. Mara, potentially. I mean, it's got another 25 minutes. If it keeps moving up here and gives me some sort of breakout, I will consider it. I will. But other than the Mara, probably not trade anything. So I will watch that. And like I said, I'm probably not going to stay on until 11 today. I will call it a day in about 5 to 10 minutes or so. As always, I will update the Discord channel with the positions, with how these trades end up working out. So if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you check it out and join it. It is free, so you don't have anything to lose. So definitely check that out and join. You can ask questions in there. I am in that voice channel every day after the market closes from about 11 to 1 o'clock Eastern. So if you want to chat it up, if you have something to say, make sure you join the Discord, hop in that voice channel. We can chop it up. So do not hesitate, guys. It's there for a reason. It's there for you guys to join. So make sure you check it out. Come on, baby. And this mare is looking pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I said it. I don't know why I'm saying again, but I will not take a buy setup. Will not take a buy. If it gets over 1064 and pulls back, then that's a different story. But at the moment, only thing I'm looking at, Mary, is a breakout over this 1064 area. So we need quite a bit of consolidation here. Another 2-3 bars of rest, and then I'll be interested. Guys, Apple's at high of the day. High of the day on Apple. We don't need a whole lot more out of this. Just need a little bit more out of Apple. Tesla's up to that 168 area. Up to 168. We need just another little pop over that spot. And then NU is almost back up to high of the day as well. So looking good on all three long positions here. Looking good on the longs. So then Lyft is still looking short. But like I said, I don't know if I trust this, guys. How much more does it have in it? It hasn't exceeded its range just yet. Maybe it sees 820 today, but not my cup of tea. You're going to need about a 36-cent stop loss, so you need to under that pivot there. So you can watch it if you like it. If you're an avid short trader, take it, but not for me. All right. So just watching these longs, man. It's looking good. It's a good time. It's always fun whenever your trades are working. Come on, Tesla. Come on, Tesla. Come on, Apple. Man, we're right at a whole number on both of these. 174 on Apple, 168 on Tesla. Tesla's looking like it's peekabooing over there a little bit. NU is trying to bounce up here. This thing still has range. It's only done 15 cents. Average day is about 22. So volume is good on NU. Range is good. So still feeling pretty good about the NU trade. I think I might end up raising my stop here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So NU is only going to be a 0.2 R risk. So 0.2 R risk on NU. Come on, Apple. Come on, Tesla. Get me there. I'm hesitant to raise my stop up anymore right now just because I know Tesla could pull back and retest this 167 area, and that really wouldn't be an issue. Could even put in a bottoming tail down to 166.50, and that really would not be an issue. So, not going to be rushing into raising the stop on that. NU looking a little higher. Got another set of buyers up here at 545, so just got triggered into something here. Microsoft over high of the day, guys. Microsoft's moving on up. So Microsoft's trying to break out right here, trying to break out. Oh, here we go, Tesla. Come on, baby. I need just another 30 cents out of Tesla. Another 30 out of Tesla, and I'm happy. I'm not giving this a dollar stop on Tesla. I'm going to go ahead and do that. 166.10. Got a dollar stop on Tesla, so we're at 2/3 our risk on the Tesla. 2/3 our risk there. We got 0.2 R risk on NU. We got 0.86 R, and then Apple. Well, we do not need much out of Apple, guys. Ooh, baby. Another nickel out of this thing, basically. It's 72.72. I'm putting my stop right at that pivot, right below VWAP. So now we have a 34-cent stop on a $1.20 stop. So I got real low risk, guys. Almost just over 1 R open on all these trades. We got 0.2 something on Apple. We got 0.2 on NU, and we got 0.6 on Tesla. Yeah, 0.66. So looking good. Oh man, we need just a tad bit more out of Apple. Just a little bit more, guys. Where we're at. Just another nickel or so. So this pullback is a healthy pullback. It's been in an uptrend. So no need to rush. Don't get out early. Do not sell too soon. Just hold a target. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. NU's popping as well. So need just a little more out of this one. In fact, I'm going to break even on NU, guys. If it comes back down to 540 at this point, it's probably going to roll over. So I'm going break even on NU. NU move to break even. Why is it doing that? I'm going to go, I guess, 1 under break even. So it's not. All right. There you go. So I guess I got 0.1 R risk on NU. Because it was looking weird right there. So Apple, come on, baby. All right. Again, none of these pullbacks on any of these Apple, Tesla, anything. They're all kind of expected. Nothing to be concerned about just yet. Man, I just need that last little bit out of Apple. Come on, baby. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. I'll try to wait another couple minutes. I'll probably wait until, at least until this 5-minute bar completes. But I am gonna go ahead and call it a day. Like I said, I don't see myself trading anything else. Been watching the Mara, but this one's gonna need quite a bit of consolidation. And I will keep an eye on it over 1065. Does have some decent range left, so if it consolidates up here, I'll watch it, but likely not going to take the MARA. But as I said earlier, I will, if I do end up getting into that thing, we'll update the Discord with that, so you guys will know about that if I do. So, anyways, you guys have any last minute questions, comments, concerns? Make sure you throw it out there. Otherwise, I'm going to call it a day. If you guys need something, you can always email me. My email is down in the description. As I said, you can join that Discord channel and ask any questions in there. It's a great place to get personalized feedback, one-on-one help. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you're using those resources. And with that, have a good weekend, guys. Make sure you guys enjoy yourselves. Don't get too caught up in the markets where you can't even take a break and enjoy a good weekend. So make sure you guys take a little time to relax, take a little time to do some work with trading as well. But yeah, so have a great week, guys. I will see you back here Monday morning, 9:20 Eastern time. We'll get right back at it. So it's been a good start to the month. We'll keep it going next week. So take care, guys.